My name is Nate Boley, and 20 years ago, strength training changed the course of my life. I built a gym here in Bend, Oregon from scratch that's helped over 1,500 people change their lives as well through strength training. If you want to change your life, head over to benstrengthwarehouse.com, hit the Start My Journey button, and let's chat. All right, guys, we'll see you there. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Go Heavier, Go Home podcast, season 2. I am your host, Nate, on Instagram at coach_sensei1. Would love to have you guys follow me there. Tag me in this podcast if you think it's of value. But today I have an awesome podcast teed up for you, and I wanted to go into more of the coaching aspect. I know we have talked about this multiple times, but Megan and I, the owners of Strength Warehouse here, and our team are just so passionate about the industry that we're in, and that is why we're doing it. We would not be in this industry if we wanted to be multimillionaires, having generational wealth and everything under the sun like you see on all these ridiculous videos, TV shows, and all that type of stuff. We are doing this out of the passion that we have for helping people, making people stronger, making people move better, helping them have better, more functional, longer lives that we can provide at our gym. The fitness industry has gotten watered down extremely over the past probably 30, 40 years with the invention of all these different franchise gyms that are basically, and I don't want to say anything terrible about all franchise gyms because that's a very general statement, but a lot of these franchise gyms, they started out like ours, where they had a very good and deep passion for fitness and helping their clients, and they basically watered it down and made it general, very general. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to these franchise gyms. I'm just saying that if you want something that's truly intentful for yourself, that's guided, and you're going to have the best experience and the most intentful workout that's catered to you, it's best to go to a locally owned or small, maybe 2 or 3, location type gyms, and not something scaled that's going to go over the course or the country or the world. And the reason for that is because when you scale, you have to water it down to make it better for the owners, to make it better for the coaches, and to make the most money possible. And again, that's not our goal. Our goal is to sustain a good gym, have our lifestyles the way we want to, and help the community at large, right? So with that being said, something that I think that we do, in fact, that I know that we do, that 90% of the gyms here in Central Oregon don't do, and that is working on team development and individual coach development as well. Now, when you go to a big box gym, and I'm not going to name any names because I know all the big box gyms here in Central Oregon, and they serve their part in the fitness industry. When you go find a coach there, they might have an N=1 experience where they have, hey, I've worked with X amount of clients and this has worked best for my clients. And I've done XYZ certification, whether that's NASM, ACE, a powerlifting, a CrossFit, or whatever certification you have. Again, not dogging on any certifications out there because the certification is really a baseline and that is it. And experience on the floor from a good gym and a good mentor that's helping you is by far better than any certification process you're going to have out there. Now, we have done our research, just like with our supplements. We have made sure that we work with the top people in the industry. And one thing that we've worked on is we've worked with the United States Powerlifting Association, which is a very awesome, intuitive coaching certification process where they take you out of your comfort zone in front of a bunch of people and make you perform the movements, get coached, and they also make you coach other people in front of other people. So, and there's a big test at the end of it and that type of stuff, and that's worked very well for a lot of our coaches. We also work with NASM, which is a coaching certification program, which they developed what they call gym-turnship. They realized, and we also realized, that if you have a certification, that doesn't make you a good coach on the floor, especially at a higher level gym like ours, where we're really intentful. We've got the plan, planned out, and we know where we're taking our clients, and we're really intentional about everything we do. It's not just a general, hey, here's a 30-minute workout that has no real bearings on like anybody's goals. It's just, hey, you're going to sweat today, which again, and you've heard me say this in every single podcast that I've talked about controversial different things. If that's what you're doing and you enjoy it, all good. If you want something more, you don't go to 30-minute HIIT, or you don't go to F45, or you don't go to Orange Theory. You go get something more intentional. And maybe that's with us, and maybe that's with another gym. All good. But we're really developing our plans, we're developing our coaches, and we're developing our team to make sure our clients get a better experience every single time, that we can get them to their goals faster, and we can work with more individuals that potentially couldn't go to just a HIIT gym or something like that, because they're going to throw them into a workout and they're going to instantly get hurt, and they're going to hate their lives, and they're going to go backwards, and it's not fun. So we're really spearheading the physical fitness industry, and that is what we love to do. Now, it's uncharted territory. We're blazing our own path, and that is fine. That's not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody, and as gym owners and as clients. And so, one thing that we do in our gym that I would almost bet 100% that not a lot of gyms here do is we take our coaches through an internship program, which is what I was going into, and I got off track there on the NASM. They created the gym-turnship program. So once they have gotten their certification, they now find and partner with the best gyms in said locations, we are one of them. And they take you through a vetting process. And then they say, hey, we have Coach XYZ. They've finished their certification process. This is the grade that they got. They're interested in coming and learning from you. We take them through an 8-week program, an 8-week internship program, where they shadow our coaches during our on-ramp sessions. They shadow our coaches through our personal training, our semi-private, and our group model. And they can also shadow our nutrition program if they do want to. It's not a part of the program, but we encourage that as well, because being a well-rounded coach, you should probably know a little tiny bit about nutrition as well, because that is the foundation of the fitness pyramid, is nutrition. And once they're done with that program, we can either offer them a job if we feel like they are up to par with what we want them to, where we believe they should be after the internship program and their certification process, or we say, hey, great, we gave you a great baseline. You can go on and learn more from yourself, but we've given you an awesome starting point to start from. And we've done that with quite a few people. I think we're running our 5th person through this internship program. Now, we have, as a higher level gym, NASM has said, hey, you can take our program and then mix it, make it your own as well, because we trust you. And so we have made it our own, and we have standardized it and made it better in other areas where we find that being in the industry and helping thousands of people now and having multiple coaches run through our gym, this is what we found that works the best. The other thing that I was going to say that a lot of gyms don't do is we have monthly staff meetings with our team, and we also have weekly ones as well with our coaches. So our head coach, Mike right now, he meets with our coaching staff to develop the programming every single week, making sure that they're about 4 weeks ahead each time, and developing where we think our clients want to go, which is objective, because we have talked with our clients. We know where they're going to go. We've gotten goal reviews. We've gathered all this data, and we can take our clients to their goals, right? Via one-on-one, semi-private nutrition and group training. And so head coach meets with all the coaches, and they start developing the programming for what it's going to look like going forward for the next month or so with our clients. We also go through things that have been issues where we're finding we are having roadblocks or we're having struggles as coaches, getting through to our clients, getting our clients to their goals, and anything in between there. So I would guarantee that at least half or more of our gyms in Central Oregon do not take this approach, and it's really a disservice to our clients. And we want to be, in our vivid vision, one of the best leaders in our industry, and I feel like we're going that way. I honestly do. And in our monthly meetings, we create some kind of strategy, and we find videos via things that we've looked at, like Kabuki Strength is one of them. We looked at HSN, Healthy Steps Nutrition, and we look at multiple different, we've even used CrossFit stuff, we've used Two Brain Business stuff, videos where we find that these guys are the leaders in their industries as well. And we want to, in nutrition, CrossFit, powerlifting, strongman, and we want to be able to take those best practices, boil them down into what works best for our clients in our gym, and then implement them. So we take a video, which this month's video was how to create the best experience for our clients when they come in. It's getting results, making sure they're happy and having fun, and just generally caring and giving a crap about who they are and what they are and who they are, what they're doing, and their lives. And we, as individuals, go and listen to these podcasts or YouTubes, and then we come together as a group, bringing in the best points of from each coach, and then develop the next month, hey, how can we implement this into our gym and give it to our clients to give them a better experience? And man, I think that if I've been a part of a lot of different businesses and different industries, I've never seen an industry do this. I've never seen an industry go in. When I was at Subaru, I was part of their, I was their foreman for a few years, like 2 years actually, I think it was. We never talked about how to get a customer a better experience. And I'm not dogging Subaru. I'm just saying they didn't think about that. They were thinking about business practices, this and that, and this and that. We're really trying to develop the best experience for our clients. And sometimes that changes, I get it, no big deal. Sometimes we have clients, they say, hey, I don't like the way your business is going. No problem. There's better places for you to go, and I want you to go there. But if it makes sense for you to come see us and you want the best experience that you could possibly get, the best programming and the best coaches development program, I think, in Central Oregon that we have, this is a place for you. So this coming month, on Friday, we're going over this video, and we're also going to go through what initial sessions look like on our personal training sessions. Now we've really gotten dialed in on our onboarding session for our group classes, but we've kind of been a little bit lackadaisical on our one-on-one, like how does each coach initiate a one-on-one session? And this came to light a few times through our career, owning the gym, where we had maybe 2 or 3 people come in and they had different sessions with different coaches, and they say, hey, how come this coach has a different approach than this coach? And I'm like, well, each coach is individual, and they've gone through different certifications, and they've had different experiences with different clients, and they have different passions, and one might be a strict powerlifting coach like myself, and one might be a mobility coach, one might be a CrossFit coach, one might be a bodybuilding coach, and they all have different approaches. But this has kind of shed some light and some opportunities to grow in our business and how we serve our clients and our community. How do we standardize giving the best first session to our clients without getting rid of the individualized approach of each coach? So that's one thing we've been working on very diligently on the backgrounds. Now, I know you guys think, hey, well, I'm at work. Nate and Megan and Mike and Luke and Sage and Tanner are all just messing around at the gyms, throwing around barbells and, flipping weights and climbing the rope. Well, guess what? We are doing that, but we are also very diligently working on how can we make your experience better, how can we grow as coaches, and how can we make the industry better. And that is our main goal. And again, I'm going to reiterate this. I feel like we are doing that very well. So we are going to go in depth on this video, how to make our client experience better, how to get our clients results faster and better, and how we can grow as coaches, and then how can we develop our programs, like bringing on new coaches, new hires. How can we do all that better? And how can we be the example in Central Oregon to become better? So coaches want to come to see us, and they want to work for us. And if they end up going somewhere else, they take the knowledge that they've taken from or gotten from us, and they go and implement it somewhere else. Because at the end of the day, when the tide rises, it lifts all boats. That's the saying right there. When we can make a coach better and they leave and go somewhere else, they're going to take that knowledge and they're going to go somewhere else. And that is the ultimate goal of our coaching development program. So I'm very proud of that. And again, it's always a work in progress, but every single month we get together and as a whole group, all hands on deck meeting, and we really dive into how can we make the client experience better, how can we be better as coaches, and how we can develop the industry and new coaches coming up even better than us. And that is, I think, what's going to drive change in the industry. Now, the industry for coaches has not always been that great. It's actually been quite taboo. I think you all remember your PE teacher that potentially was not healthy, not fit, maybe overweight, who just whistled and yelled at you guys and made you run and you hated them. That was what your very first interaction with a coach was. And then you might have gone into middle school and high school and you were into football or basketball or whatever, and you had the weight training coach. And the weight training coach was better. They usually were physically fit themselves. They usually lifted weights. They usually knew kind of what they're doing generally. And you went into a class, and for the most part, there was probably too many kids per the class, and the coach couldn't keep up with everybody. And so there was inevitable ego lifting, maybe not lifting pertinently, not moving correctly. There was no initial like, hey, how do you move? There was just like, hey, here's a class, here's a program. I'm just going to run you through this stuff. And again, I think strength coaching in the high school, middle school, and even the collegiate level has definitely gotten a lot better. It's still not up to the standards of where we're at because we're the professionals. We're always trying to do that. Not dogging on any coaches out there. I'm just saying, look at where you came from. And coaches get a bad name, right? They get a bad name. And it's also like, I hear people, oh, you're just a cheerleader. Well, I am just a cheerleader, but I'm also making sure that you stay accountable. I'm making sure that you move correctly. I'm making sure that you make good choices. I'm helping you in a much better light. I'm offering real help. That's like saying all mechanics are parts changers. There's a lot of them that are, but there's also a lot of mechanics that are very passionate about what they do and are extremely smart and can fix anything out there. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but that was one of my strives. I was striving to be a really good technician while I was doing that. So again, I'm transferring over that to physical fitness and gym ownership and driving my team to be better. We can always do better. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you at that. Just want you guys to let you know when you're making a decision on your gym. Man, first of all, I want to go into one thing. If your coaches that you are getting coaching from are not actively asking for help and getting coaching out of their ways, they're not doing you a service. They need to be coached. Now, whether that's through their own physical fitness or their own development as coaches, they need to be growing. And if you are not getting coaching and your coaches are not getting coaching, you're not getting any better. You're actually going backwards because the industry that you're in and the knowledge that's going forward is going faster than you can get, than you can do. And if you don't have somebody that's doing that for you, specifically making sure they're on top of the information to help you, bring you along, you're just doing a disservice to yourself and your clients. When you're looking for a gym, make sure that they ask you questions about what you want, where you've been, do you have injuries, stuff like that. There's not a lot of gyms that do that. Make sure that they reach out to you every 90 days, sit down with you, give you a body scan, make sure that the RX is working for you, right? Make sure that they're at least attempting to understand that over time, your physical capabilities, your want, your drives, your goals, everything changes. And then make sure you have a team of people that work together to make your experience better and to make themselves better as well. And that's pretty much all I got for you. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you joining me today. Again, like I said in the beginning, this podcast, I do not do any advertising on it. The only way it grows and the only way that strength, the message of strength, gets out into the world better is by you guys sharing it with your friends and family, sharing it on social media, tagging me in it, just making the web of strength bigger, stronger, and better. You guys are more capable than you've ever thought. Go out there and take some action today, and we will see you on the other side of this podcast and on the next one. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us on the Go Heavy or Go Home podcast today. We hope you got a lot of value and had a ton of fun. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about what we do or just have a ton of resources at your fingertips, head over to benstrengthwarehouse.com and hit the Start My Journey button. All right, guys, until next time, go heavy or go home.